Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you've had a brilliant week. I have survived the week. I've got through another week of the holidays. Holidays are challenging. They're challenging for sure because I love structure. I absolutely love structure. So I find that during the holidays, there's not as much structure. So it's a little bit harder to work around it. If you're joining me live here this morning, say hello. If you are watching on replay, hashtag replay. This morning, I'm talking all about confidence, and I'm really excited about this because, as personal stylists, the one thing that we're really working on is really helping other people have confidence. And confidence, as we know, is about being more boldly ourselves. So this morning, I'm going to be talking about all that. I'm just going to hop over into my group and make sure I'm live in there. So I'm just checking that right now. I'm not seeing myself yet. Just bear with me for a second. I'm just going to refresh this and see if I'm there. If you're joining me live this morning, say good morning, say hi. It may not be morning where you are. Okay, I'm seeing myself now. That's brilliant. So I'm just going to tag a few people. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't work. So let's see if it works this morning. Oh, that's not working. How are you doing this morning? Happy Friday. I am talking all about confidence this morning. Have I got anybody yet? I'm just seeing. Oh, I'm starting to see some eyes now. Excellent. Hello, hello. 10 traits of confidence to attract more clients. If you're joining me live here this morning, say hello, say hi. If you're watching me on replay, hashtag replay. It is Friday morning. I'm actually in Ireland this week. I've been in Ireland since the start of July, and I'm going to be here until the end of July. So my background looks a little bit different. I'm having a really great time here. It's hard. It's really hard to fit work and to fit family and to fit all the things that I want in to July, but that's exactly what I'm doing. And it's one of the reasons that I love the business model that I have. It's pretty much that I can work from anywhere. And I adore that kind of freedom that my business model allows me. And I am wearing a really annoying jacket this morning. It has zips on the sleeves, so it keeps touching the table. So I'm just going to um, tuck it up here. So say good morning. Who have I got so far? Oh, Brita, brilliant to see you. And Ika, brilliant to see you. Really great to see you here this morning. And confidence is one of those things that as personal stylists, we really have to foster confidence. And my belief is confidence is simply about learning to be boldly yourself. You have to turn up as yourself. And the more you can step into that with all of your perceived shortcomings, with all of your perceived warts and things that are wrong with you, that's really confidence. And it's very difficult to inspire confidence in other people if you don't feel confident yourself. Now, I'm not talking about the everyday up and down confidence. Everyone feels a little bit low in confidence sometimes, and it can vary depending on the day. But I'm talking about the core confidence, the core confidence that we believe in ourselves, that we trust that we are safe, that we trust that everything will work out okay, that we trust that we're basically okay and good enough and worthy as we are. So I'm going to be talking about confidence, all about that this morning, and the 10 traits that you can foster in yourself to grow your confidence. I have lots of new people here in the group. So I want to welcome you, and I also want to let you know who I am. So I'm Aileen Lane. I am a business mentor and an empowerment coach to personal stylists. I help them to step into their personal power, into their uniqueness, into their charisma, so that they have consistent income. And one of the key ways that I do that, obviously, is by inspiring personal stylists to be confident and to own their uniqueness. So I'm going to get right into it, and I'm going to, if you have a pen and paper, grab it. Many of the things I'm going to talk about this morning, I think you're probably aware of them already, but we forget them, or we think there's some secret to confidence. Really, there isn't. It really is truly about accepting yourself. But let's get right into it. And I'm going to start with the first and most important trait to have confidence, to have that consistent core confidence, and that is self-awareness. What's really going on with you? Lots of people, they're in their heads. I run my six-figure stylist program, and I talk to my clients every week, and they turn up and they have this massive story, but not a huge amount of awareness around what's really going on, under all the thoughts and the swirling that's going on in your head, all the worry, all the fears that this is going to happen, all the fears that that's going to happen. What's really, really happening there? So learning how to become aware, and first of all, to become aware of the thoughts, because you can't really do anything until you become aware that you're actually having these thoughts, thoughts that are really not very helpful. So the first step is always becoming aware. Lots of people, for instance, when they get up in the morning, they have this low level anxiety and they don't even know what it's about. There's just this terrible fear of overwhelm, maybe, that I have loads to get done today. I'm never going to get it all done. I don't know where to start. And these thoughts just go around and around and around in their head. And these rob you of your confidence. They really rob you of your confidence, and they keep you stuck in your head. They keep you stuck in your head. And when you're stuck in your head, guess what you're not doing? You're not taking action. So the very, very first thing that you really need to look at is self-awareness. What is going on in your head? And once you become aware, then you can take the next steps to do something about it. And oftentimes people become aware of what's going on for them, but then they get really stuck in the bit of, but how do I get out of this? So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that again. Sometimes people they start blaming other people for the reason why they don't have all the things they want in their life. I'm going to talk about that as well. So number one is self-awareness. That is the biggest key really to confidence, because once you become aware of that you have these thought patterns that are not very helpful, you can then take the next step to get out of stuckness, to get out of that record player that's playing in your head, the same thoughts over and over again, worrying, stressing. I was just on the phone last week to somebody, and they were just stressing about their offer, that they needed to change their offer, that their offer wasn't right, that something had to be changed about it. And really underneath it all was just this terrible fear of not getting it right, a terrible fear around perfectionism, and that it didn't feel safe. It didn't, just the whole basis of what was going on for her was that she didn't feel safe, and it was obsessing about her offer, obsessing about changing it, obsessing that somehow that if she got this offer perfect, that would be the thing. But then the pattern just moves to something else. So becoming really, really aware of what's going on in your head is absolutely key. Okay, so number one, self-awareness. Number two is self-acceptance. There is no point in the world in wishing that you look like somebody else, wishing that you were somebody else, comparing yourself to other people and coming up short. So oftentimes, again, people are not even really aware that they're doing this. They they get on social media, they scroll through their feed, and they're not even realizing that they're comparing themselves, to other people and coming up short. I'll never be as confident as her. I'll never look like her. I'll never look as professional as her. I wish I had, perfect teeth like her, or I wish that, I sounded better, or that is not helpful. It really is not helpful. And moving into self-acceptance of yourself as you are, with how you look, with how you sound, with your age, with your wrinkles, with all the pieces of ourselves that we reject as ugly or not good enough, or not modern enough, or not trendy enough, or we are just beating ourselves up with a stick around these items, or around these rejections of parts of ourselves. So confidence comes from self-acceptance, really. Self-acceptance about everything about yourself. So how you look, how you sound, how you present yourself, how you're completely different from everyone else. And that's the way it was meant to be. You were never meant to be like somebody else. You were meant to be yourself. You were meant to sound like yourself. You were meant to show up as yourself, with all your little quirks, with all of your beautifulness, really. So self-acceptance is number 2 on my list of the 10 traits that you need to have. Number 3 is a trait that all confident people have, is clarity. You know, that girl that she knows exactly what she wants. She knows exactly what she wants. What are your non-negotiables? What exactly do you want? Do you want to have more free time? Do you want to visit your family? No, I know for me, I want to visit my family at least 4 times a year, if not more. I want to spend time with my family. I want, a consistent and lucrative income. I want fulfilling, calm, and peaceful relationships. I want relationships that support me. So having clarity around, what do you really want? Anyone who's on live right now, put in the chat, what do you really, really want? Pop it in there now. Are you clear on what you really, really want? A lot of people are not clear on what they want. If you're not clear on what you want, it's very hard to be confident about going out there and getting that thing. So being really, really clear about the income you want, about the lifestyle you want, about the type of relationships that you want, about the type of business you want, that is really, really key for confidence. Has anyone popped anything in there? Good morning, Diane. What is something you really, really want? I want you to pop something in to the comments. I feel like breaking into dance this morning. I don't know what's up with me. Actually, I do know what's up with me. My dad celebrated his 87th birthday last evening, and it was just such a joyful celebration. And I had such a great time with family. And yes, I had a few glasses of champagne, and yes, I'm a little bit hungover this morning, but it was just such a joyful and happy and lovely occasion. I just feel really good about that. So that's why I'm feeling so good this morning. Okay, so number 4 was to have clarity. Have clarity. And nobody has put one single thing about clarity into the comments. Put something about clarity into the comments. Now, it could be that my comments, I do see something in the comments. Somebody has said contentment, financial freedom, happy home life, serve as many women as possible. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I cannot see who it is on StreamYard. Oh, it's Breda. It's Breda. Yeah. Being really, really clear. And even go further than financial freedom. Go to the figure. What is the figure that would make you really happy? So that might be, 3,000 a month to begin with. Then it might be, 8,000 a month. Then it might be 10,000 a month. Then it might be 20,000 a month. Be really, really clear on what it is that you want, because that makes a huge difference to your level of confidence in terms of going out there and getting it. Okay, number 4, confident people do not tolerate toxic people in their lives. They do not tolerate it, because toxic people do not want you to be confident. They do not want you to be a go-getter. They do not want to encourage you and put you out there, and they do not celebrate you or your achievements. Normally, you come away from an interaction with a toxic person feeling less than, feeling awful, feeling, oh, that wasn't very nice, I don't feel very good. So confident people do not have toxic people in their lives. They sideline toxic people. And if you're not doing that, if you're not setting boundaries and controlling that in your life, they will pull you down. So I absolutely do not tolerate any kind of toxicity around me, because I know it will pull me down. And I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live like that. I want to live in peace and contentment and joy and balance. And toxic people do not bring that to my life. So confident people do not allow toxic people to pull them down. So do you have toxic people in your life that you need to sideline or set boundaries with? Sometimes if the toxic people are in your family, it's more about setting boundaries and then, you know, deciphering how much time you want to spend with them and what kind of behavior is just absolutely not acceptable to you. What do you demand from these people? Do you demand respect? Do you demand that they treat you in a certain way? Number 5, confident people celebrate their successes. Now, I was really bad at this. I was really, really bad at this. And I used to beat myself up and I'll constantly be striving for the next thing, more, more, more. Because at a deep level, that kind of drivenness and striving all the time is low self-esteem. It is a manifestation of low self-esteem. It means that our worth is based on this constant doing, this kind of workaholic behavior. So confident people celebrate themselves. They celebrate when they turn up live. They celebrate when they ask for something that they want. They celebrate when they create something amazing. They absolutely celebrate themselves all the time. It doesn't have to be a big champagne lunch. It can be simply as, wow, well done. Look what you just did. You would do that for a friend, but you wouldn't necessarily do it for yourself. So I want you to make celebrating yourself a big part of your journey as a coach. So Diane is saying, fulfillment in my work by helping more women and feeling valued by them. Happiness for myself and family. Yeah. Everyone wants the same thing when it comes down to it. Everyone wants peace, joy, and happiness and love and fulfillment. We want fulfillment. We want that, our soul filled up. And for personal stylists, for me, for sure, it's about helping other women to be free, to be confident, to be happy, to have all the things that they want to. So that was number 5. Number 6, I have written down here, they know how to recharge. Confident people know how to recharge. So they know how to take a rest. They know how to fill their heart and their soul up again. They know how to take care of themselves. They take that time to take care of themselves, and they don't beat themselves up with guilt. I see even some of my girlfriends do that. You know, they take a holiday and they spend the first 2 days of the holidays beating themselves up because their husband is taking care of the kids, or their mother is taking care of the kids, or, you know, we really have to find a way to recharge ourselves and to lean into that amount of time that we do need to recharge ourselves. knowing that we have more to give back, knowing that we are better for the people around us, we're better for our family, we're better for our clients when we take time off, when we take time to take care of ourselves, when we take time to recharge. So confident people know how to recharge. So in the comments, tell me, how do you like to recharge? What absolutely gets your battery to full again? What activity do you do that gets your battery to full? What is something you do? Pop that in the comments for me, please. Okay, moving on to point 7. So, confident people take responsibility for their life and their happiness. This massively changed my life when I took responsibility for my own life. I really, I'm going to tell a personal story here because I think it will touch everyone, and I think it'll also illustrate what I'm talking about here. So I'm with my husband a very long time. We met when we were 19. And after 6 years, things got a bit messy and we broke up. We decided to go our own way. And we got back together about a year later. He was in Bahrain, came back to Ireland, said, look, I think I made a mistake. I really want us to get back together and I want us to be together. And I put my foot down at that stage and said, look, if we're getting back together, if we're going to be together, I want to be married by the time I'm 30 and I want to have kids. And if you don't want that, now is the time to say that. Now is the time to say this isn't for you, because I don't want to waste more years on a relationship that won't get me to where I want to go. That's what I mean by taking responsibility for your own life, not waiting for somebody else and hoping and praying that somebody else is going to come up with the goods. We take responsibility for our own lives, and that's the way that I live. I identify what it is that I want, and then I am very clear about what I want, and I take responsibility for the results. I remember when I started my business as well, I was kind of blaming my husband that he wasn't really supporting me. He wasn't really, cheering me on and all the rest of it. And then I realized, oh my God, I'm using this as an excuse. You have to be, the bearer of your own dreams. You have to cheer for yourself and you have to go out there and get it. Nobody is going to be as excited about your dreams as you. They're excited about their own dreams. They're not really that excited about your dreams. So taking responsibility, stop blaming other people for the fact that you don't have something. Every decision you've taken up to this day has gotten you to where you are now. I think that's really important to understand that. So I'm just seeing some comments coming in now. Breda said she likes to go for a solo walk. Christine said walking. Walking. Loads of you love walking. I adore walking as well. I loved the beach. I love walking on the beach. I love alone time, actually. And I think when you have small children, especially, it's harder to have that alone time, so it becomes so precious. And oftentimes you can even feel guilty for taking that alone time. But I'm here to tell you that alone time is essential for you. It's essential for you to process what's going on with you. It's essential for you to realize what your needs are, what you really want, for your confidence, and you are better for your family. You are better for your family, you're better for your parents, you're better for your partners when you take that time to take care of yourself. Number 8, confident people just keep trying. Confident people just keep trying. Most confident people have just as much failure in their life. They're usually no luckier than people who are less confident. The difference between confident people and not confident people are that confident people just keep taking action despite the horrible feelings. They have the same feelings of fear, of shame, of anger as everyone else, but they keep moving towards their goals. They keep trying. Even if they fail, they keep trying. That is a hallmark of confidence. And that is what gets people to the top of their game, because they keep trying. Number 9, confident people do not put other people down. And I wrote on my Facebook post this morning, actually, confidence is silent, insecurities are loud. And I remember when I came back into the image consulting industry in 2018, I had taken a break for a while, and I just noticed a real negativity in the space. You know, personal stylists putting down other systems or other personal stylists, or focusing on what other people were doing wrong. And I think there is absolutely no good in that. And it definitely does not show you up as confident. It shows you up as having a lot of insecurities, actually. So I am a strong believer that confident people don't put other people down. They absolutely don't put other people down. And I think that's important, you know, that you don't put other people down. And that's the message that I promote. It's not about putting other people down so you feel better. You know, most confident people don't have to put other people down because they're already standing. Number 10 is confident people have some kind of system, a daily system where they renew their confidence, where they work on awareness, where they work on moving out of patterns that are not helpful, and they have a way to reinforce these traits that are really, really important for them. So working on a daily basis on your confidence is really, really important. And that's my 10 traits of confident people. There is nothing absolutely undoable on this list. But I think where people get stuck is around, it really, I feel it's around the awareness. It's around, you know, what's really going on, you know, what's really going, oh, the screen froze. Okay, is it still frozen, Diane, I wonder? Let me see. Is it still frozen? Are we okay? Screen has frozen. Can somebody give me the thumbs up that I'm actually okay? My internet actually looks okay. Can somebody? Oh, it's fine for me. Okay, good. Excellent. So I think that's the big thing. People get stuck, and they're just stuck in they don't know why they're, so there's a number of reasons. I just ran a workshop on procrastination and people, you know, putting themselves out there and shining and being authentically themselves. Sometimes people don't even know why they're stuck. They don't know why they're stuck. So this is a big problem. If you don't know why you're stuck, it's very hard to, you know, get out of stuckness if you don't know why you're stuck in the first place. So awareness is a huge part of confidence, and having some kind of steps to get out of that. So at this point, I want to ask you, who wants to hear about my new Chakra Empowerment Program? Because I created a new program specifically to help personal stylists who are stuck in procrastination, stuck in being afraid of being the face of their business, stuck in imposter syndrome, stuck in ineffectiveness. You know, they're turning up, but they're not really effective. They're just like, it's like you're half in and half out. So I created a new program, and it's called Chakra Empowerment. It's a 12-week program. Who wants to hear about that? Give me a few yeses, please. Give me a few yeses. Who wants to hear about it? Or does nobody want to hear about it? Do I end here? Does nobody want to hear about my new program? Now, I created this program because I found that, you know, Arlette wants to hear about it. I found there's so many personal stylists and they're completely stuck. They're not putting themselves out there consistently. They, like, even in my six-figure stylist, I found there was loads of consultants. They have an amazing program. They have all the tools, they have all the strategies, but they still stuck. They're still stuck. And I realized that the missing bit is this deep core level of confidence, this deep knowingness that you're worthy, that you're deserving, that you absolutely were put on this planet for a purpose, and that, yeah, knowing that at a deep level, so that, you know, you can consistently turn up, not turn up for a week and then disappear for 3 weeks, and then turn up again for another week and disappear for a month. So that's kind of what I saw happening. And I realized that even with all the tools, even with all the things, even with all the strategies, even with all the courses, loads of people are still not turning up as themselves. They're still hiding behind branding. They're hiding behind graphics and reels and technology and webinars. And the truth is, you're going to need to turn up as yourself over and over and over again. And to do that, you need this core level of confidence. And I mean, I feel that my life work is to inspire confidence, to inspire leadership, to inspire, you know, people, personal stylists, and particularly to step up, to step out. And it is really, really very difficult to do this if you don't have that core level of confidence. There's insecurity, there's fear of being found out, there's fear that, you know, you have nothing new to say. Like, loads of personal stylists say to me, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say on social media. But in real life, do you have something to say? If you were talking to your friend, would you have an opinion? Would you have something to say? Of course you would. But the second that we are asked to step up and step out and have an opinion, our own opinion on social media, our own take on things, our own belief in ourselves, we are stuck. And I rooted around for a long time to try and find what is the thing that's going to get people out of this place. You know, how can I inspire people to have more confidence? And I found it. And it's called Chakra Empowerment. And basically what I do in this program, actually I've been doing this this work in the Six-Figure Stylist since I found it, since I used it on myself. I was blown away at how helpful it was for me even. So I started using it with people in my group, and I saw a massive difference. I saw people immediately starting to step out, immediately taking action. And it was just a different kind of action. There was a different quality to the action. It wasn't forced anymore. It was kind of coming up and coming through them. And I've always said that about my work. For me, when I'm working, it feels like my work is coming through me. And loads of personal stylists feel like that when they're styling, but they don't feel like that when they're promoting themselves, when they're telling people about how brilliant they are or how life-changing their services are. So this chakra empowerment, which sounds as a bit woo-woo, and I can assure you, I am not woo-woo in any shape or form. I'm very practical. I'm very simple. I'm all about, you know, giving you strategies, giving you systems that you can take action on easily. There's no rituals. There's no lighting of sage or chanting or anything like that. It's all practical work that works on the 4 the lower 4 chakras in the body, because the lower 4 chakras in the body are the ones that are concerned with empowerment. They're concerned with feeling safe and secure and taking action, which is all of the skills that you need to get out there and promote yourself. So I work on the root chakra, which is your safety and your security and your deservedness of being in the world. I then move up into the sacral chakra, which is really the part of your body that's the powerhouse, the bit that just supplies so much energy to keep going, to turn up every day, to do all the things you want in your life. Like before I found this work, I would have a spurt of energy and then I would kind of die. I'd need a nap. And then I'd have a spurt of energy and I'd need a nap. Now there is none of that anymore. It's just consistent flow of passionate energy. And then 3 is where you lead, the third chakra, which is the solar plexus, is where you lead into leadership, resilience, inspiration. And this is the third chakra where you get into action. So in my workshop 2 weeks ago, I think it was now, I did some of this work with the people who were in there to move them out of procrastination. But the problem is, you really need to work on the first and the second chakras before the third chakra, because if you have a basic root problem with feeling safe or feeling worthy or feeling deserving, it's kind of like putting, frosting on top of a moldy brownie, for want of a better word, because it's just all going to fall apart if the base is not right. Work with your energy and it will release your energy. Allow energy to flow freely through your central chakra channels. Absolutely. But honestly, Arlette, when people read this, they kind of don't know what it means. Honestly, I don't think most people really know about energy flowing in their body. I think when you talk to most people, they just say, I wish I could be in my flow more. Everybody knows when they're in their flow. Everybody knows when they're taking inspired action. But oftentimes they're not in that place very, very often. And what freeing the energies of the body does in a very practical way, these are practical exercise in a practical way, is it allows you to turn up confidently, to take action and have consistent energy. So I want to make sure that people are not going away from this thinking, this is where, I do some voodoo work or something like that. Absolutely not. You are doing all the work. I'm just guiding you. I am guiding you in this work. And I do a lot of listening and I guide you. But I think for most people, they don't really understand what we mean by energy work. I know I didn't understand it. That's why I say it too as well, Arlette. I totally didn't understand what this meant at all. So I looked around for a very long time for something practical that I could use in my six-figure stylist program to help my stylists take solid action consistently. And now I've just separated it out and said I will do this work separately as well. So that's why I created this 12-week program where I will work live with a small group of people to help them to get into this consistent action. So I am really, really excited about this work. I think it has been a massive, massive benefit to the personal stylists that are on my six-figure stylist program at the moment. I think it's going to be revolutionary actually here in the personal styling industry. I see nothing else out there like it. I don't see anybody else doing this work. Arlette is saying everything is energy. When we understand energy in our body, it really does make a fantastic difference. Absolutely. I'm going to put that up there, Arlette, because I just love what you're saying about that. So how do you get the full details of this program? drop me a message if you are interested, and I will send, I don't have a sales page, but I do have a little PDF created with all the details, what we'll be covering, how much it costs, etc., etc. So if you are interested in getting the full details of this program, then absolutely send me a message. Now, I want to tell you what the practical outcomes of doing this work is going to be, because it does sound a little bit woo-woo. I'm not sure what this is going to do for me. So the outcomes, I've just listed them down here this morning. Off the top of my head, I just said, well, if somebody works with me and they do this work, what will that practically mean for them? It's going to mean that you're going to be more confident to show up as yourself. It's going to mean that you're going to be more confident to show up as the face of your business, which you absolutely need to do if you're a personal stylist. You're going to feel more grounded. You're going to be less in your head and more grounded. Loads of people kind of say things like, I feel like I'm in my head all the time. I feel like that I'm not very effective. And you're not. If you're not in your body, if your energy is not flowing in your body, even people find you like nearly invisible. Your marketing and your business life will become more fun once you do this work. It's going to become more fun. You'll be more joyful. You'll be more joyful. You'll have more joy in your life. It'll be easier to set boundaries. Boundary setting is a huge one, especially for my nurturers in here. They really struggle with boundaries. And if you're struggling with boundaries, that means that you're not getting your needs met and your energy is stuck in your body. You'll be more magnetic and less invisible. To be a personal stylist, you have to inspire confidence. You have to turn up with charisma. You have to turn up with personal power, or no one's going to listen to you. Nobody's going to be attracted to you. And we're all capable of that. So it's about accessing that personal power that you already have. You'll be more creative. I find this work amazing for that. The other day, I did a little bit of this work and I ended up writing six emails straight off the bat of it. You're going to be far more creative. You'll find your voice. Lots of people say, I don't know what to say. I don't know what content to put out there. Once you do this work, it frees up your voice. You find your voice. You will get access to the answers that are already inside of you once you start doing this work. Like loads of people tell me all the time, can you tell me the answer? Can you tell me the strategy? And I say, the answer is already inside you. You cannot have somebody there telling you what to do all the time. Absolutely, you cannot have people tell you what to do all the time. You need to find the answers. You need to be able to access the answers. And all the answers are inside you, but most people can't reach them. Brilliant. Arlette is saying, love this, Aileen. It's something I do and practice every day. I mean, I agree, Arlette. Most personal stylists have some kind of practice that they do every day. My question is it helping you to turn up as yourself? Is it helping you to be visible? Is it helping you to voice? Is it helping you to step into your personal power? So that's what I'm asking you. And that is what this work in my Chakra Empowerment Program is about, because there is a huge need for it in the industry. This work you can also use with your clients, because our job as personal stylists is to inspire confidence. And we cannot do that if we don't feel that at a core, deep level ourselves. So that is my session for today. Thank you to everyone who turned up live. If you would like to know more about my 12-week Chakra Empowerment Program, please message me and I will send you the details. And that's all for today. I am off. My two boys are behind me here. You probably heard a bit of scuffle in the background. They both are off this morning. There's no camp, so I was very, very lucky actually to get this 45 minutes without a fight erupting behind me. I really hope you have a fabulous, fabulous weekend. And as I said, if you want to know more information, just drop me a message. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead, and I will chat to you all soon. Take care. Bye.